You're tuning in to another episode of On Social with Nikki Nicole. I'm super excited today because I'm sitting here with my girl, Miss LaTonya Mechelle. How you doing today?
I'm fine, sweetie. How are you?
I am fine. Super excited to be interviewing you because we're going to talk about Dear Black Men.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Why do women always get sexy when
yeah,
they say Dear Black Men? They stand up. Their posture is so much better and everything.
We like a good old sexy black man, don't we?
We do.
Yes.
We do.
So
we do.
Let's get into it. Okay. I want to know about this movement. So I had a chance to actually go on your site and check some things out. I love it. I just love the whole movement. So first, I just want you to tell us about the movement and how you came about, this whole concept.
Okay. So the Dear Black Man movement, it's actually the Dear Black Man Network. I started it last year sometime.
Okay.
I wanted to bring a positive light to black men.
Okay.
Because, of course, we always hear the negative. They're in prison, they're deadbeats, and everything else.
Yeah.
So I wanted to change that. The media is always spotlighting us in a negative way. So
that's right.
Yes. So I wanted an opportunity to showcase them in a positive way. So I have an online magazine for them. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a blog for them.
Okay.
I have a radio show for them and a talk show for them.
So you write?
I do. Oh. I do. It's all about black men.
All about black men.
All about black men.
Ooh, I would love to. I can't wait till y'all have an all black men panel thing. I want to be one of the folks
to
answer questions.
It's coming.
It's
coming.
You
got a lot of questions. But you know what?
Men.
A lot of women say that, and that's why it's so important, because black men feel like they're not heard. We people have the panels every so often and everything, and the black women get to come and they get to hear. But what they normally do is they base everything off of, one person's opinion. Mm-hmm. So you hear it from someone like Jamaica or somebody, and you think that's how all men think. No, I want to be able to have a variety.
Ooh, yes.
Because they all don't think alike.
You're right.
And most of them don't say how they feel because they're so used to just being quiet, keeping the peace.
Because they say we loud.
We loud, yes.
We loud. We be heard, honey. We be loud.
And we think we're always right.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. And I think sometimes, just like you said, the black men do not get a chance to be heard because we always
exactly. And it's easier. We got
to tone it down on.
Yes. We do. We have to learn to be quiet.
So what made you start this and cater it to just black men?
Frustration. I think frustration more than anything. I have a 27-year-old son.
Okay.
And
you don't look like you got no 27-year-old girl.
And a 3-year-old grandson.
Oh, you a grandma.
Yes, I am. You know what? Thank you. You know what? I used to be one of those loud black women. I used to be one of those who always had something negative to say. I was one of those who didn't want to hear because I always thought I was right. I mean, that's how I was raised.
That's honest.
And stuff. And so I just wanted to do something different. There's so many different reasons why I should not like black men or have a problem with black men. My father wasn't there, been in an abusive relationship, been dogged by men, and all kinds of things. We all have our reasons, but yet and still, I was also that lady in an abusive relationship that stayed and allowed my kids to be in it. My child, one. I let my son be in it, so I basically taught him how to be an abusive man because I wasn't strong enough for the longest to leave. And so, thankfully, I got smart while he was still young, when he was 12, and I rolled out and everything and stuff. So I was able to show him a good life and show him how wrong abuse is and don't do that. Remember all the things that I went through. And don't be that person, and stuff. So I had to retrain him, and I realized that it's possible. It's possible for us to retrain our kids because we're the reasons most of the time why our kids are so jacked up.
Yeah,
especially our black boys. It is, we are the ones who they get in trouble. We're screaming, "You're such a dummy, so-and-so this." We torture our kids and don't even realize it, that as an adult, they remember all the things that we said. I'm going to beat y'all.
Yeah.
We talk to them, even at a young age, especially our boys, like crap. We'll say, I love you, I love you, I love you, but yet and still let them do something crazy or whatever. So I needed a reason to change all of that. I needed a reason to look at black men in a good way. I needed to way for me to apologize, not just for my son and my grandson, but for everybody. For all black men, they deserve love. They deserve to know that they're kings. Deserve to know that they are loved. And they don't often get that. So if I'm going to do it for my son, why can't I do it for the rest of them?
Well, that's great because I got two boys.
Uh-huh.
So I have a 16-year-old and I have a 13-year-old.
Okay.
And, I do know how that dysfunctionality
It
can
is.
grow into that angry black man, and it be a reason for it all. And it all starts back from
Way back when.
our histories and the cycles that we repeat. So I'm just very intrigued by what you do have, because I think it's such a niche market, because just like you just said, we don't give the black man enough time to speak without going, girl,
We don't.
we have to sometimes
and we don't do it on
down.
purpose. But that's just how we are. That's how we're taught. We don't do it on purpose.
As women, I think that a lot of times with us being black women, we have the audacity sometimes to take out our past on a new guy coming into our life.
We do.
And it sometimes put that negative persona on the black woman for the black man, and sometimes that's why these black men go to these white women.
Exactly. Exactly.
I know that's a whole nother conversation,
Total
but
different conversation.
a whole different
Lord,
conversation.
have mercy.
So I can't wait till you have something, because I want to come.
We do it to our sons too.
I know.
We sometimes make our sons our men.
I know. I got to. So
Or,
I came.
or we bring our sons in the environments where we're introducing them to a whole bunch of men, and it's confusing them, and we're teaching them how to be a player. Because if our mamas did it, why can't
Come on.
they do it?
Well, see, I'm just to piggyback. I went through some things like that, and so got out of a long-term relationship, and I really haven't started another relationship because of that. Because my boys never seen me with anyone outside of their dad. But in the process of me, my marriage coming to an end, it was because of my husband was cheating, had an outside baby, and my children literally saw their dad have a girlfriend and a wife, and I just be damned. So that was one of my biggest reasons for, I stayed. I tried to, really, really, I had wishful thinking, hoping that it would stay. That it'll work. But in the long run, I had to really look at the bigger picture, that I was really teaching my boys that it was okay.
It was okay.
And I was really teaching them the fact that it's okay to have a girlfriend and a wife, and that's what makes them be this player.
Exactly.
So it's a history behind
it's
the
so
madness
much.
that we have.
It's so much. We get so caught up in our kids having to see us with the father and the woman and the man. That we forget that both people can still love the kids without being together. Mm-hmm. It's about loving the kids and being honest with these kids and being able to talk to your kids and communicating with them. Mm-hmm. We done went on to a total different subject, because you're going to have me started on this one.
Girl,
we like, what? We're going to have about 3 shows.
Women exactly. We have to go into it, honey.
But I mean, but we have to be careful what we teach our kids, because we are their best examples. Whether it's good or bad, they pick up our ways, and we make or break our kids. So when we become angry adults and everything, most likely we got it from our childhood, and I think it's so important for us to change that up. But that comes from us all being reprogrammed. It's not easy. We all have to be reprogrammed and take over the responsibility of our lives and our kids' lives, because we have to. We just have to. It's no option. We have to, if we want to change how society is. And I think it starts with the black man. We will argue
They're the
with
foundation.
Yes, we'll argue that, we're strong black independent women. We're the only race that talks about strong independent women, which makes me sick, because we love these stereotypes and stuff, but yet and still, and we'll say that we don't need a man.
Well, we do.
We really do.
We do.
We really do. We've been strong independent women for so long. Why is our race still jacked up? We've been doing things for so long, running companies, being the best females, these boss ladies and everything. Why is our race still jacked up? Because the men haven't took their place. We need to respect these men, and we need to let these men take their place. All of them won't do it, and that's okay. Those are the people that they talk about constantly and stuff, but there's so many good men out there that we have got to push. We have got to let them know that, not that we just love them. Loving them is easy. Anybody can love them, but they got to know that we respect them. and that we're listening to them and that we really care. And together we can bring back our villages and build these business empires and take over. Everybody else knows it. The white people know how powerful we are. The Chinese, everybody knows it but us.
And that's so good what you just said, because sometimes when it comes to being this boss chick or
Yes.
this, we take on that role where the man don't feel needed,
Exactly.
and or if he do feels needed, we make him feel so little.
Yes. Yes.
So we do, like you said, we do need the men. We need you.
We really
What
do.
they at? What good ones they
They're out there.
That's
You know what? They're out there, but they're frustrated. They're frustrated because that's just like we say there's the females that make it so easy for men and they let them get away with everything and stuff like that. So we complain because we're like, but we're not going to be like them. You know, so we don't have the men because all the women that's being so easy, letting them get away with mess has them. They think the same way. They're like, everybody thinks we're bad and we're negative anyway, so we're not going to make an effort. We stick to ourselves, and why take a chance? Because all they're going to do is dog us anyways.
Wow. Tell me about the network events, all the things you got going on.
So I'm doing my first official event for the Dear Black Men. It's an award ceremony.
Okay.
It's on Father's Day.
Oh.
June 18th, and it's from 2 to 5. It's just a couple hours. What I'm doing is I picked 7 men to showcase, and we're actually going to salute them. You know, it's all about them. The whole event is catered to them. My celebrity guest is Caesar from Black Ink.
Oh, I like Caesar.
Everybody loves Caesar.
Talk to Caesar.
Everybody loves Caesar.
Like
But anyway,
Caesar.
Caesar's a good. You know what? Caesar is not just Caesar though. I have 6 other men that I'm showcasing.
Okay.
Because it's all about, they need to know that somebody's paying them attention and everything. So I'll do that.
And not in
every
a negative way.
Not in a negative way. And I'll do that every quarter. I'll pick 7 different men to showcase in Atlanta. And then in September, I start in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Then we do that every 3 months. And in October, I go to D.C. So everybody thinks that I'm doing this Dear Black Men for the men. I'm not. It's for the women. It's for our families. It's for our kids.
We need to understand
and everything.
the black
We have
man.
got to understand the black man. We have to understand ourselves. We have to learn to just shut up and listen.
Shut up. That's what I learned.
We have. You know, I'm also doing an event. January 3rd is strictly for the women.
Okay.
It's called Unleash the Mask.
Okay.
And what we're doing is, oh my gosh, it's going to be freaking amazing. What we're doing is, I have a series called The Power of Love, From Pain to Power, and how we as women, your pain is your pain. Like, I don't know how it is for my husband to cheat, but I know what it is for abuse. So whether you think we're different or not, we're a lot.
Similar.
We're so much a lot because we both have experienced pain that you can't explain. That we were fooled because we thought it was love and everything and stuff like that. So this event is bringing all these women together.
I love
They're
that.
going to have the masks, and we're going to talk about the masks, and then we're going to make them take them off.
That's about like what we were doing in Jamaica, as far as we were doing 50 Shades of Confession.
Yes.
And what 50 Shades of Confession was basically about, similar to the same thing, of that we wear the shade. The reason why women so shady and some of the shady things that they come out in their behavior is because they haven't dealt with the shade in the past.
Oh, you got to deal with it. You got to deal with it.
Because it'll deal with you.
You got to, oh, most definitely. You know, and we have got to, I can't just work on the men and leave the women hanging. So we start with the women on June 3rd, and we're going to do that monthly. The men will have their thing, and then eventually we'll bring them together. Oh, we got a plan. We got a plan. It's going to be amazing.
I want to make sure I'm there.
It's going to be amazing. And we're making it intimate, so it's only 50 women. We don't want a bunch. It's going to be, oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah.
So before we go, can you give us a positive, a note a message to the black men so they can know? Because I know you got so much.
Wow. You're important. You know, you're truly important. You're needed. We need for you all to take your place. It doesn't matter what everyone said. It doesn't matter the society that you live in and stuff. Please know you are who you are. You was born a king, and nothing else matters than the fact that you was born a king. Just like they say the lion is the lion because he's the lion. He's not the fastest. He's not the tallest. He's not the best looking, but he's a lion, and the lion rules the jungle. Black men, that's who you are to us. We need you to take your place.
Black men, we need you to take your place. Again, you're tuning in with On Social with Nikki Nicole. I am so excited, Tanya, that you came and was a part of this, because this has enlightened me. I'm gonna go get some black men and submit them to you, because there's a lot of black men who are doing great things out here, and they need to be showcased.
They do, and I need more people to showcase.
See, she need more people. Now all these black men out here.
You would think that my job would be easy. It's not, because people don't submit nobody.
Well, I'm gonna submit some people to you. I'm gonna be a reporter from. Hey, I'm a reporter. Listen, black man, listen.
She gonna start walking up to black men.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like,
hey,
look,
I work for Dear Black Man Network. Can I take a picture of you?
I'm finna send it to LaTonya.
I'm gonna send it to LaTonya.
Yes, honey. So you need to be honored. Yeah, and they're gonna be like, I want to be honored.
Yes. It's coming. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I gotta have her back on the show, honey. I gotta have her back on the show. And when BET get you, don't forget me. I got you. Yes, because you know BET the black. I'm going with her. I'm with her. Yes. Make sure that you follow my friend. Make sure that you follow Dear Black Men. I am gonna be submitting you.
Dear Black Men Network, because there is a Dear Black Man. It's not me. Dear Black Men Network.
Dear Black Men Network. Yes. I'm gonna make sure I highlight you, and I'm sending you to LaTonya Mechelle. Make sure you follow her. Make sure you read up on her blogs. I'm gonna make sure
please like our pages,
like
because
her page.
listen on Dear Black Man Network and I am LaTonya Mechelle. I need you guys not to just go, but I need you to like it, because there's people that's looking at me and they're looking at my numbers, and my numbers suck.
Oh, I
get feedback like crazy, but my number sucks. But there's major people that's looking, and I need as many likes as possible.
Well, yes. I'll definitely make sure I can contribute to your likes, and I'll make sure that I can contribute on my network of people to definitely go in, know who you are, like your page, and share your stuff. Share her stuff. I'm gonna be sharing her stuff on my page, on my website, and everything I got coming up, so that I can get more people aware of this network of black men. We got to get these black men showcased, y'all.
We do. They deserve it. They deserve it.
I'm so glad you just came up with this idea, and I'm glad it is not a black man and it's a black woman doing it, because it just means so much, because that stirred the controversy right there. That gets them to talk.
Exactly.
How she gonna come in here and talk about a black man? She don't know nothing about a black man. It take a black man to be a black man to talk about a black man.
Mm-hmm.
But honey, it's a black woman.
It's a black woman.
It's a black woman. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be back with On Social with Nikki Nicole. Yeah.